And as it's doing that, I'm going to actually, before bringing on our CEO, Phyllis, you want to pop back on real quick and mention that Healing Heritage so we can make sure we get that?
Yes, 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 guys. In a Healing Hair Day today at 1 p.m., we have 3. We probably will be there longer, but we have our 2 outstanding trichologists right here in Chicago. That would be Melvania Cox and Francis Ellis, as well as Royal Lean, our scope specialist. And we will be doing scopes, as well as our own head of our trichologist department, Doris Mosley from California. Who knows where she is in this country today? She's all over the place, but she will be tuning in. So guys, come on out, bring your guests, barbers, hairstylists, people that just want to keep their hair. Back to you, Dr. Ross. Thank you.
Thank you, Phyllis. Listen, almost 5 years ago, guys, 4 women got together and made a decision. And there's something powerful when a decision is being made. And we are seeing the results of the decision that was made. We're heading to Chicago. This is the week. We've got 3 more days. Some of you will be there Wednesday. I'm saying 3 more days before the conference actually starts. So without any further ado, let's hear today. We're all excited to hear from our CEO, Melissa Boston.
Wow, Dr. Roz, I tell you what, so exciting just hearing your voice, hearing Phyllis talk about the healing hair today. I know people are so pumped up about that. And just hearing all the callers call in, you just feel the enthusiasm, right? We're excited as we are heading towards Chicago. Some of us are already in Chicago. And again, just want to thank you for everything that you do. 5 years ago was really when we first had a chance to be connected with you. And it was just amazing just what you brought to the table with your integrity, your leadership, how you're so diligent in everything you do, so thorough, and how you so brilliantly, communicate to the field, keeping everyone together. So just appreciate you this morning and can't wait to see you in a few days. And all those of you all across the country who will be here shortly. And we are ready for you. We are ready to receive you here in Chicago. Excited because this year, we have titled our conference The Rebirth. Really, when you really think about, what that means, I know last year, we felt the labor pains of this whole transition and just so many things we were going through. And it is exciting, though, to say we are here at a new day, a new era, and we just see so many exciting things in store. We feel the momentum, we feel the energy. We know that this is going to be so much more in 2024. We claimed it at the beginning, and it is manifesting every single day. Just as we had that phenomenal month in March, biggest month since November. We anticipate this month, because it's already trending above March, right, will be an epic, explosive month, and we just can't wait to see so many of you achieve your goals and dreams. And so again, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am feeling the energy in many ways. One, I am here myself in the EE Center. It's been so exciting. So many groups have came in. I know, Phyllis, you brought, all your women in and some guys too. I mean, that was awesome. They had a phenomenal time on Saturday. And just to hear some of these awesome testimonials. I know last night Mooney had his team here. Dr. Betty helped me hold down the fort last night. So we were here hanging out with Team Contagious, and it was a blast. So that was always fun, just to see people for the first time experience the energy, to see their reactions. And then our infrared, right? We don't just have the energy, we have energy and infrared. So this is truly next level. Can't wait for all of you out of town to have a chance to experience it as well. Because yes, the countdown is on. For some of you, you're just 24 hours away from landing in Chicago. For others, 48 hours, and some 72 hours, right? We look forward to seeing the majority of you Thursday at the welcome reception. So remember, if you purchase the full ticket price, not the guest pass, but you're eligible to attend Thursday, that's open for everyone who purchased the full ticket price. Even if you got it early, whether you did the Dallas boot camp and we transferred it over, or whether you purchased it, before it went up to the bigger price, anyone who bought the full ticket, you are invited for Thursday. So just know that. And also, too, just want to say that, last week on the call, that marked day one, really, the first time we were really spending the night in the EE Center. It had just got installed. So it's a full week now, okay, a full week. And already just the testimonials are pouring in, guys. I mean, we're talking about 7 days, okay? And we're talking about everything from, pain being diminished to pain being completely gone. People that said, hey, I don't feel like I need my cane, and then lifted the cane. The euphoria, the way the serotonin levels, for people that just have been struggling with just the mood, right? I mean, it really does do a lot for you overall. For some, improve sleep. Days later after they've been here, they're sleeping better at home, okay? In fact, if you ever have met Sanal Netterville, she is a new woman. I mean, this is someone who is a veteran, deals with a lot of different things, a lot of it surrounding pain, but just to see her levels of pain be diminished greatly to the point she's bouncing out off this couch like a teenager, and she couldn't do it before the energy center, walking up and down her steps at home and just feeling so empowered, guys. And so we can't wait for you to have a chance to experience this. So make sure you book your sessions. I know we've seen most of you, but guess what? There are a few Black Card members in Chicago that we haven't seen yet. There's in Chicago alone, almost 40 Black Card members. And again, you want to make sure you book your appointment before Tuesday. Okay, so that means today is really the last day to try to get it in, unless you get in real early on Tuesday, because we do have the out-of-towners coming in as early as Tuesday. So if you need to get in on Tuesday, we probably can get you in, but I know on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're reserving that for everyone coming in from out of town. So you might just have to wait till next week if you are a Black Card member here in Chicago and you have not had a chance to come out and experience it yet. And so I want to go ahead and jump into something exciting for your customers that I know each and every one of you are going to be super excited to get your family and friends to experience. But we mentioned this last week, and now I want to follow it up with details, okay? So this Friday, I'm so excited. Things work out to the way that they're supposed to be. A lot of times we get frustrated when things don't go as planned. And, many of you know, especially if you book conference, you know that there's been a pivot as it relates to the actual venue. We ran into an issue with the Hyatt regarding union labor laws and things of that nature, and ended up getting a bill. First, it was like $37,000 just for them to set up our equipment and put their own projectors in. And then when we said, oh, well, we'll do our own projectors, we'll do it ourselves. Oh, it cost an extra $9,000 just to turn the lights on. It's like, what? Are you serious? And so, the crazy part about that is at the time it seemed frustrating, and it seemed misleading. We were a little just turned off by that. But at this point, I can clearly say, God is always working things out to your good, to your favor. And because many things that we're doing would not have happened had that not have been the pivot, where now we're just right down the street. We have an awesome shuttle bus for those of you who will be hosted there at the Hyatt. We'll be shuttling you back and forth to the corporate office. But what's exciting about being here is you're right with the energy. So our whole conference is technically an infused conference because the energy goes out for miles, okay? But the most concentrated energy is right here in this building, okay? And so that's exciting. But also, too, in addition to our breakout room we're doing for the distributors that will be upstairs, it's in one room, but that's specifically for our distributors or for guests that have already purchased a guest pass. But we now have our awesome customer experience right here in the EE Center. And again, that wouldn't have been birthed had we not had that pivot, okay? And so now we have an awesome opportunity. While you're training upstairs with all of our awesome leaders and the topics, oh my goodness, I was looking and listening to those topics, Phyllis Nash and the team, you guys have done an awesome job knocking it out the park. I mean, that training, it's going to be epic. It's going to be everything you need to take it to the next level. I mean, hearing from our diamonds, I believe there's 4 diamonds that are going to be either 4 or 5 diamonds pouring into you on Friday, but you have also some other leaders that you might not have heard about. We always talk about Tamara doing Eventbrite. So she has more guests with her Eventbrite than people who live in the city. So you're going to learn from her about Eventbrite. I mean, how cool is that? And so it's just exciting, just to hear from there's a couples panel. I know for many of you who've been struggling maybe to get your spouse on board or just wanting to know how do they work together synergistically. So you're going to hear more about that. Check your email. I don't want to go through the whole itinerary. Just know if you book the ticket, you better be there because it's going to be awesome and amazing and everything you need to take your business to the next level. In conferences, it's so critical that before we really get into, the company updates and all the doctors and the corporate stuff, that's great, right? It's going to always be there to give you a lot of energy, but the training, it's your foundation. You don't want to miss that, right? This is how you grow to the next level. This is how we've been the success we've had in business. And so make sure you put priority on being there for that training, but you don't want to just be there. You want to get there at 9 a.m. or earlier, because we are going to do an early bird drawing at 9 a.m. to make sure everybody's in those seats and you don't procrastinate, okay? And then at 9:30, you're going to hear from our very own Double Diamond, Phyllis Nash, who's going to kick it off. And so again, just super excited about that. But let's talk about the customer experience, okay? And so this is exciting because they're going to have a chance to be here in this energy center. And so we're going to have 4 different sessions, and we really wanted to be intentional with how we put this together, so that no matter what session you book, it's a formula, right? They're going to get what they need. And so in each session, your customer is going to have a chance to experience Power Up Chicago, exploring the new energy enhancement system. And that's going to be by our very own Dr. Betty Smith. And they're going to have a chance to also hear about Blue Zone Chicago, cultivating a city of longevity and wellness. And that's going to be by yours truly, delivering that message. But we will have 2 doctors, or either one doctor doing 2 segments in each segment. So in each segment, there's going to be either a medical doctor, or there's going to be one of our naturopaths. We're going to have Doris Mosley, trichologist, in some of the sessions. And so in the morning sessions, and that's going to kick off from 9 a.m. and conclude at about 10:30 a.m. And all of these are available on Eventbrite, where your customer can go there and pick their morning session. So if they pick session A, it's going to go from 9 a.m. again to 10:30 a.m. And they're going to get those 2 courses as a part of it with each experience. But also in the morning sessions, they're going to have Roots to Radiance, the secret of making your hair grow with energy. Because yes, for women that want to get their hair longer and stronger, do you know that after many, many sessions in the EE Center, it actually can start to help make your hair strands almost feel immortal because they don't break, right? And if you look at the inventor of this technology, I mean, her hair is like down to her butt. She's, well into her senior years, and just to see how thick and healthy her hair is, because these treatments help with the telomeres. They help with the end caps of your body's DNA. And if you know anything about your telomeres and how the DNA works, your hair strands are really a part of that process. When they're healthy, they're long, your body works at its optimal best. And so we're excited because not only will Doris Mosley share about, our hair care products, a little bit about how the energy impacts hair, but also too, she's got a personal experience with the energy. After having an overnight session dealing with neuropathy, she typically always has to have a wheelchair, when she leaves the airport, but was able to walk all the way out the airport and more, and just realized, oh my God, the guy didn't show up with her wheelchair, and she felt like she could walk. She's like, I think I can walk, and she did. Isn't that powerful? And so they're going to have a chance to hear from Doris. They're going to have a chance to hear from Yakima Palmer, Dr. Yakima. She's actually studying her naturopath doctor degree, and she's also an MSNM, all these awesome fancy titles, right? She's going to actually talk about calming the body and reducing stress with energy enhancement and CBD. So she's going to infuse the CBD experience into the process here, because here at our awesome energy center, we're going to have infused cocktails. And those infused cocktails will have either CBD in it or Delta 8. So let's say someone wants to do like Mooney and some of the distributors did last night. They infused their energy experience with the Delta 8 and just had such an epic and awesome sleep, because they're already going to have a great sleep. When you put 2 and 2 together with the right products, oh my goodness, it's next level. And so imagine just them learning about this awesome chance to have the energy, have the CBD or the Delta 8, and we will have infused drinks here at the center. So super excited about that. And so that session will happen during our session A, and it's also going to happen during our session B. And so during session B, we repeat that session again, okay? In fact, there's an early bird drawing for session A and B, because we know it's hard to get people up and out in the morning. So Christian Phillips will facilitate the early bird drawing at the top of both of those sessions. But then We're going to hear the repeat of those topics, but this time it's going to go from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And so that's session A and B. So the difference with the afternoon sessions will take place at 1 p.m. and then there will be one that takes place at 2:30 p.m. So session C is going to be 1 p.m. Session D is going to be 2:30 p.m. Both of those will run about an hour and a half long, okay? And so with that being said, the difference with session C and D, we have our Dr. Joseph Thomas, MD, okay? And so he's going to deliver a talk to your guest after we do Power Up Chicago, okay? And that's beating heart disease, your guide to a healthy heart. That's going to happen right after the opening. And then he's going to also do another topic called Wellness Showdown, Ozempic or Raw Food Lifestyle. And so he's going to talk about, of course, the 21-day cleanse, the 7-day one cleanse, and talk about Ozempic because he's a medical doctor. So do you not think he knows all about Ozempic? So that's going to be an awesome class. In fact, don't worry, distributors, you're going to have a chance to hear him do that same talk on Saturday. So the cool thing about many of these topics, you're going to hear them on Saturday. So no worries as you're there getting your awesome distributor training. And then, of course, at the conclusion of each one of those, I'll deliver the Blue Zone Chicago, Cultivating a City of Longevity and Wellness, because our goal is to create first this Blue Zone here, as we're doing it with Akana, but we have the Energy Center here. So we're going to do a Blue Zone here in Chicago, and we want to really get our elected officials on board. We want to really, have people come through the center. We are the first energy enhancement center on the south side. In fact, in the city of Chicago, there's only 2 of these, okay? And the other one is more northwest. So, and you have to walk up steps to get to that one, right? And so we really feel we have the best location, complimentary parking. And so this is going to be just awesome on so many levels, so many exposures, a really great way for you to network and bring people into a business that typically they would have probably passed up, okay? But everyone wants to learn about this awesome infused energy. And so I want to now jump into some of the things to expect today and this week as we are now pushing towards 5 years. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? This weekend we are going to party. Can't wait to all the events, but it's going to be super special having our anniversary celebration on Saturday night. So if you did not get your ticket, you better go get your ticket because I know our chef is preparing the menu, so we will be cutting those off at some point. So make sure you go snag up your ticket for that. I'm definitely so super excited, but it also will mark some very epic deals, okay? In fact, starting today, each day we're going to have a different item that's going to be buy 3, get 1 free. And that's going to be a great way for you to reconnect with your customers. And so today, we're going to kick it off with none other than our #1 selling CBD product, and that is our pain cream. So if you want to leverage earning the maximum dollar on your sales, it's always phenomenal when you can actually not only get CV, get paid on your order, but get a free bottle of product. I mean, that's leverage, guys. And so we're super, super excited about that. So buy 3, get 1 free with our 400 milligram pain cream. And that's happening today through midnight, okay, through midnight. So get with your customers, let them know, those customers that love pain cream, this is the time to get it, because not only do they get that pain cream, but they're going to save an extra 10% off, because guess what? If you spend $100, it's 10% off. So they get the buy 3, get 1 free plus 10% off. And guess what? If they're a brand new customer, you can use the code SAVE10 and they can save another 10%. So just imagine anyone who you sampled it to, they love it. This is the time to buy the pain cream. There's going to be a few more items, as we push, for a conference, a few more important items. Some of them are regarding the big announcement regarding CV. Last month, you guys showed up and showed out with CV. And so this month, we already have a CV contest in place. In fact, we are pushing to see who our top 50 are for the month of April. So you want to make the top 50. And guess what? If you already have at least 100 CV by conference, you're going to actually make our special announcement list to say you're on track and on target. Also, too, we want you to get the remaining 400 by the end of the month. But guess what? If you're in the top spots, there's going to be special prizes and product. And in fact, everyone that finishes in the top 50, you're going to get a special, never will be made again. So this is the only time you're going to ever have a chance to earn this. But it's a 5-year anniversary pin, and you're crowned a rock star, okay? Because we are looking for people this month for our anniversary to show up and show out. Remember, we talked about getting those 5 customers who spend $50. This is year 5. So this is now part of the ways you're going to get to the 500. You can work on the 5 customers who do the $50, and that's great. That's also going to get you special recognition, even if you didn't get the CV. But we want you to leverage both. Okay, so do both, and you're going to find that you're going to get extra special recognition and a part of this exclusive pin that will only be ever worn by 50 people. So guess what? This is your time to get that pin so that you can always be recognized at all of our events, because you can put it on, because pretty soon we're going to have some awesome jackets as you rank advanced, right? There's going to be some jackets, and you can put your pins on those jackets, and just a great way, again, for you to display your leadership. If you are a Black Card member, a Diamond Lifer member, remember those cards we talked about? Well, guess what? When you come here, you're going to actually pick yours up and take it home with you, and you can wear it throughout the conference, because it's actually done with a little hole at the top so that you can have this as a part of your badge, and everyone will know you're a Black Card member or you're a Diamond Lifer, okay? How cool is that? And so with that being said, that really covers, really everything that I wanted to share this morning. Don't forget, again, at 1 p.m., we're going to show up so that we can heal our hair. If you have appointments today for the EE treatment, that is awesome. We want to definitely make sure, you get out here. So don't forget to go book your appointments. And with that being said, I think somebody might have unmuted. So is there another announcement before I close it out?
Yeah, Melissa, do you want to mention that the 18th is the last day to pre-sale your food truck from the food truck?
Oh, yes, that's a great announcement, Dr. Ross. Thank you for that. So there is a food truck. In fact, Tara Shackerfield and her awesome family have this amazing food truck. There's vegan options, there's beef options, there's fish options. So there's many different options, but you want to go get your ticket for that, and it's by the 18th, right? So this is the time to do it, guys. So if you want to make sure, go get that ticket, and you have to do it by the 18th of April so that you can make sure your food will be ready for you. Because here's the deal. You're going to be sitting there at conference on Friday if you're a distributor or even guest, and Saturday. So there are food options all around, but wouldn't it be convenient if your food can be delivered fresh right to you? I mean, that's just so cool. And so you want to go ahead and look at the link that Dr. Ross has sent, follow the instructions, and secure your food truck food list right now. So with that being said, that's awesome. Thank you for that. And with that being said, we want to also invite you to get your rebound on. We do have a rebound in the EE Center. So when you come from out of town, you don't have to miss your rebounding. You're used to doing it. You can come get your exercise in. In fact, I didn't get mine in yet. So when I get off this call, before I get in the infrared, I'm going to get my rebound on. And then I'm going to be here to greet many of you that are coming in. And then I believe some of our staff, they're going to come in and take over from there. And so with that being said, save your strands. Don't forget that at 2:30 p.m. I don't think they're doing that, I guess, because of the event today. So I don't know. You might want
to. They're going to do a recording. They're going to do
a recording. Perfect. So there'll be a recording of that today for Save Your Strands. And then, of course, the Diamond Factory with yours truly, Phyllis Nash. You want to jump on that tomorrow morning. And with that being said,
one more thing. Give the website for the conference where they can buy the tickets and all of that.
Well, the website basically where you can buy your tickets for the food truck, 420 lifestyleconference.net. So not .com, it's .net. And there's a link for that too, guys. So check your email. Make sure you're plugging in so that you don't get left out on anything that's happening here with Akana. So appreciate you, Phyllis and Dr. Ross, for jumping in with any special announcements. And with that being said, we're going to see you at the top, the very top, the tip top. We want each and every one of you to have an Akana day, and can't wait to see you in the next few days.